Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, where's my brethren all around the world watching this video? Hope you're having a great day today. As you're tuning in, make sure you do yourself a damn favor and hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. Now, interesting stuff in the heavyweight division in light of Deontay Wilder's recent decision to fight Dominic Breazeale, to fight his mandatory. They made a major announcement yesterday. Eddie Hearn, thank you, Eddie Hearn, as they say here on this channel. Thank you, Eddie Hearn. He has stated that he sent a legal letter to the WBC regarding their current heavyweight mandatory situation. They're supposed to have a mediation meeting this week with Mauricio Suleiman, and they want Dillian Whyte to be made mandatory for Wilder versus Breazeale. So the winner of Wilder versus Breazeale. So interesting, the plot thickens in the heavyweight division. You know, we got Dillian Whyte, who, with Dillian Whyte, you know, this is a guy that was chasing the Wilder fight a while ago. And with Whyte, you know, Eddie made Wilder an offer of, I think it was $4 million, which was a career high payday at the time, to fight Dillian Whyte. And Wilder turned it down. He says a king doesn't go to the country of peasants, and I'm gonna sit on my throne and all this stuff. Right? So, you know, he decided to turn down the DAZN deal, the 3-fight, $120 million, whatever it was, DAZN deal that would have included fights with the mandatory fight with Breazeale. It would have also included 2 fights with Anthony Joshua. And the funny thing is, and I said this when I was live just not too long ago. Hold on. The funny thing is, even if he would have lost to Breazeale, he was still guaranteed the 2 Joshua fights. So he would have got 2 Joshua paydays, but he turned it down. Now Eddie Hearn is trying to force the hand of the WBC to make Dillian Whyte the mandatory. So that way, even if Wilder wins, it still works out against Wilder's favor and in Hearn's favor, because then he'll have to fight Dillian Whyte. He'll be pressed to make that fight. And guess what? Unlike Breazeale, you know, Whyte is someone that a lot of people in the boxing world regard a lot higher than Breazeale. He's someone that people want to include in that upper echelon of the heavyweights because of the knockouts he's been scoring and because of the performances he turned in last year. All 3 of his performances that he turned in last year in 2018 were all statement performances against Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, and Derek Chisora. So, you know, he's someone that's getting a lot of clout right now and a lot of love from the boxing world, and as he should, because his left hook and the way when it lands, it is probably the second most destructive punch in the heavyweight division, just behind Wilder's right hand. And this is a fight that I like to see at some point. Wilder, you know, he decided to turn down the DAZN deal that would have gave him the 2 Joshua fights, that would have obviously gave him a chance to make great money, be undisputed, fulfill his, you know, what he's been saying since ever since I could remember, which was one face, one name, one champion. He decided not to do that, so here we go. Let the games begin. Eddie Hearn trying to force the WBC's hand, and Deontay Wilder, you know, he needs to. Right now, he is betting on himself, not in the best of ways, but he is betting on himself. If he loses for any reason at this point to Dominic Breazeale, his career is going down the tubes. He will have no negotiating power. He will have no bargaining power in the negotiation table, because, you know, right now the only thing saving him is that WBC belt. That's it. You know, he's not a draw. He's not a massive draw here in America. Has he gotten more popular over time? Yes, he has. But, you know, let us not be so soon to forget. Let us not forget so soon that just as early as late November of 2017, okay, I was there in the flesh. I was there, so I remember it perfectly. Deontay Wilder couldn't even sell out Barclays Center, the heavyweight champion of the world, with as many devastating knockouts as he has, and as great as power as he has. The heavyweight champion of the world, okay, of the world, could not sell out the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. That's a shame. An American heavyweight champion who could punch like Deontay Wilder can't even sell out the Barclays Center. But I'm more than sure, I'm 1,000% sure, Anthony Joshua, okay, a guy who is not even from America, a guy who has never fought in America, is going to come to America. His first fight, he's going to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller at the Mecca, at Madison Square Garden, and I'm more than sure he'll probably sell it out. Now, obviously, a lot of UK fans will be there, but that makes it that more impressive that people would come from another country just to support their guy here in America and sell it out. So, I'm just saying, man. I think Deontay Wilder is if Fury would have fought him again, and they would have had a good second fight, then it would have maybe opened up that possibility to them having a trilogy. But what Fury did is Fury ultimately he gave Wilder the middle finger. He said, "F off, I'm the king. I'm gonna go sign a $100 million deal with ESPN," and ultimately it's left Wilder powerless. So now Wilder, that's what yesterday's press conference was. Yesterday's press conference was one long exercise in Wilder posturing, perpetrating himself as the king of the division. Look, Wilder, whether you like him or not, he is a fantastic fighter. He's a fantastic fighter because he is just that, a fighter. He knows how to fight. He knows how to get your ass out there. But when it comes to the business of boxing, because the business of boxing is very important, and oftentimes I've quoted the great Steve Kim. Steve Kim made this quote years ago, and it stuck with me for all these years. He said, boxing is a business dressed up as a sport. And once you can understand this truth and come to this truth, you will be able to look at boxing a lot differently and see things for how they are and not get mad when certain things don't happen. Deontay Wilder is, as far as Fury and Joshua goes, he is the worst out of the three as far as business goes. He's third. He's third fiddle to those guys in the business department, because for one, Joshua is the money guy in the division. Joshua is the guy that's selling out football stadiums. Joshua's the guy that's broke the pre-sale record for tickets bought at Madison Square Garden and will more than likely sell out his first fight in America at Madison Square Garden, and it'll be one of the biggest events in this country for heavyweight boxing that we've seen in quite some time. Okay, then you got Fury, a man who has transcended the realms of boxing with his mental health story and how he's came back, and his comeback has transcended the sport of boxing. And not even just that, he beat Klitschko, he's the lineal champion. Then he went outboxed you, got unjustly robbed, and you got a draw out of it. So luckily for you, you got to keep your O. But this guy just signed a groundbreaking deal with ESPN to have their fight shown on there. So that big for him. These guys are murdering you in the realms of the business of boxing. I know as fans we shouldn't really give a damn about the business of boxing, but ultimately we just want to see the fights. But the business of boxing has a lot to do with what goes on and how fights get made. So in order to understand the sport, you must understand the business. And right now Wilder is third fiddle, and I don't even say fourth fiddle, because Dillian Whyte is a solid pay-per-view fighter in his own right in the UK. And yeah, man, so there you have it, man. Eddie Hearn, he's sending legal letters to the WBC, trying to force the hand of the WBC. It's very interesting stuff going on in the heavyweight division. It's like 1 minute you think you're going to get an undisputed fight. The next minute you got Joshua here in America calling out Wilder on all the U.S. American shows, big sports shows here in America. The next minute, you got Wilder and Fury looking like they're going to have a rematch and maybe set up for a trilogy. And then Fury says F off, he has a TV deal. The next minute you think Wilder might sign a deal with DAZN. He says, no, F you, I'm going to go do the mandatory thing. And now Eddie Hearn throws in a nice little wild card and says, look, he penned a letter, WBC, mandatory will fight the winner of Brazil versus Wilder. So interesting stuff, and we're going to keep following the heavyweight division very, very closely as we tend to do here on True School Sports. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I've been saying in every single video for roughly what? Almost 4 years now. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.